How did I get started on YouTube? I'll give you a brief backstory, take you back to my senior year, 2012. I don't want to spend more than 2-3 minutes doing this, I'm going to try and make it quick. I used to be a lot better at skateboarding. That took a lot. In 2012, I started my senior year. 2013, I graduated. My senior year was really pretty much like the easiest year because I had completed everything that I really needed to complete. So I only took 2 core classes. The rest of my classes were elective. Skated a lot. I worked out a lot. I started my senior year at 137 pounds. I graduated at 175 with like 11% body fat. That was my life. Working out, gym, skateboarding, being adventurous with my friends. At that time, when I was in high school, because I had a lot of spare time, I was on YouTube a lot. I watched people like That Dude in Blue. I watched all these car reviews, Mighty Car Mods, all that stuff, and that's what had inspired me really to you know, start working on my car with my buddies. That's really when the idea had been embedded in my brain. 2013, I graduated. Skateboarding, all that stuff, working on cars with my buddies was basically my life, and that's when I had considered, you know, doing a YouTube channel, filming, editing, doing all that stuff. I had previous knowledge of like a little bit of how to film, a little bit of how to edit. After graduating, this is kind of like what I was thinking I was going to do, you know, go to college, do all this stuff, start filming, working on our cars, and doing all the adventurous stuff that me and my buddies do, like our lives, because we did a bunch of crazy stuff all the time. And that's kind of change of events. Life has a different plan for you, and my adventures pretty much ended right there, right out of high school, June 20th, 2013. June 20th, 2013, that's when everything shattered for me. Leading the lifestyle that I did, adventurous, doing all this crazy stuff, I ran into a serious skateboarding accident, severed my Achilles right in half right on the beach. That night I was rushed into surgery, and from then on, everything fell apart for me. Put me out of work for a year, lost all my money, no motivation to do anything. Literally a year later, lost hearing in my left ear. At the time I didn't know that it was permanent. The doctors told me it was temporary because I had a sinus infection. Literally, while I was dealing with that, losing my hearing in my left ear, I also started developing a heart problem. I was getting these skip beats, all this stuff. This is literally a year later. 2013, tore my Achilles. 2014, lost my hearing and developed heart problems. Literally sucked. No motivation to do anything. Lost a job. Couldn't work. Had no money. Thought my life was complete shit. Saw all these people on YouTube having these like marvelous lives, doing whatever they wanted to do, living the lifestyles, getting all this stuff, doing whatever, you know, and just living their life, loving what they do every single day. And I hated my life. I couldn't go to the gym. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't hear. I hated talking to people. Like, I hated talking to people because I still, to this day, can't hear out of my left ear. And I couldn't, like, you know, I couldn't compensate for that yet, and I couldn't figure out how to deal with that. So I couldn't hear people. I'd hate to ask people to repeat themselves, and I'd just kind of be like, you know, it sucked. I struggled. I still struggle with that every day. I literally just not until like 4 months ago did I get cleared from my heart problem. Literally, they put me on back. Like, they pushed me back because the doctor didn't feel like my life was that important. He said that on a scale of 1 to 10, there were people who need his more immediate attention, and there are 10 because they have life-threatening situations, where as they see me, I was a 1. I'm not going to suffer any crazy thing. I'm not going to die from this. I have mitral valve prolapse, and all it is, I just have to take a pill every single day and it'll fix my problem. It was kind of ridiculous for me that the doctor would even say that, because like, even though he sees more people as more urgent, he kind of didn't value my life. This literally put me out of the gym for months, almost a year and a half, really. And they had these results from the test that I took for about 8 months, and they didn't notify me, didn't tell me anything. Like, all he had to do is give me a phone call, prescribe me the medication, and let me be on my way. Since I've been taking that medication, I have then, you know, really have not suffered those same problems. I still have it here and there, but not nearly to the extent that I was. And I can't go back in the gym. That's why you guys see me doing. Going back to like how I got started in YouTube, the entire time I was having my hearing problems, the entire time I had my heart problems, when I tore my Achilles, I lost my job, I had no money, I couldn't go out, I was in a cast, I couldn't hear, I couldn't communicate to people. A lot of my friends stopped hitting me up. A lot of my friends stopped hanging out with me. I didn't have anything. I was, I was stuck inside. And so being stuck inside, I was glued to my phone, glued to my computer, watching YouTube, watching people have fun. That's what would give me my enjoyment. Working on my car, watching YouTube, watching these people have fun, because that's what I wanted. I wanted to have fun. I wanted to love what I was doing. I wanted to love my life, and I wanted to experience everything like they were. And so for me, watching them was just everything. It was so exciting. And then to think that they started off as somebody just like me was kind of absurd. And so it kind of had got me thinking and getting me back onto that track of thinking, why don't I start a YouTube channel? People had always asked me like how I did stuff to my car, and I figured I might as well film myself. I had already bounced back and forth with the idea before when me and my friends had started, worked on our cars like my senior year. And so this entire time that I've been down, I figured I'd change my life and I'd do exactly what I wanted to do and do what they were doing. I wanted to do YouTube. That had pulled me out of my hard spot and my hard times, so I figured, why couldn't I do the same thing and make my life exactly like how theirs is? Don't think for a second that just because you see me on camera like this that I don't struggle, that it's not hard. I bust my ass every single day, and I have a lot of people like message me saying, dude, this is so great what you're doing, you're so lucky to be doing this. It's not about being lucky, it's about working hard. I work hard every single day to make it to where I am, and I push you guys to do the same. And when you guys message me and you're like, oh, I'm so hyped to have talked to you, or that you messaged me back, and I'm not saying this to brag, I'm literally telling this to tell you guys that I'm just a normal person just like you, working on my car in my driveway, in my garage, doing the same things. I'm an ordinary guy. I go to school, I work, But just because you see me doing this and you have a following and you think that I may be something special, doesn't mean you can't obtain this as well. If this is what you want to do, then do it. Like, this is how I got started. I was literally at the top, I hit rock bottom, and that just insane drop super rapidly, digging a hole for basically 3 years that I couldn't get out of. This is what brought me out. Filming, making my life better, striving to make my life better. And I'm not going to stop until it does, and until I make it. I mean, I appreciate all your guys' support. I appreciate everything that you guys do for me, because without you guys, I wouldn't be wouldn't be in the position that I am today. And I'm going to keep striving. I'm going to keep pushing out content. I'm going to keep doing the next level stuff that I like doing until we are at the top, until my life is exactly the way that I wanted it to be. And I mean, that's not unobtainable for anyone. I look at it as people in the world have it. Why can't I? Why can't you? It's not about that 1 in a million who gets lucky enough to do it, or lucky enough to have it. It's that 1 in a million who works hard enough to make it happen. Now, that's my story. That's how I got into YouTube. That's how I got to where I am now. Not giving you specifics like what I'm doing, like how I film things, but this is my story of how I got into YouTube and trying to push people to do the same. And so I had put it up on Snapchat. If you're not following me on Snapchat, here it is. You got a couple seconds. Get it while you can. But I asked on Snapchat, what did people want to know, like how to start their channel? Or what did they want to know about things from YouTube? And so I have a list of people who Snapchatted me, and I'm going to try and answer the questions because this is the video. Obviously you guys want to know, so I'm going to try and answer. So this guy, first one is, his name is Stress Nation. Appreciate it, man. That's a funny name. I feel like I live in Stress Nation every day. My schedule is absolutely insane. How did you get a sponsor? Now that's kind of something that works with YouTube as you get bigger. And it's kind of, you have to broadcast yourself and push yourself out there to other companies. Like, you don't have to be the biggest guy in the world. You really don't. I got my first sponsor before I was even at like 1,000 subscribers. Honestly, it's not about how many people you have watching you, it's what you can provide for that company. You make yourself an asset. You kind of have to brag about yourself, what you're capable of doing, and just, making yourself an asset. Kind of not about YouTube, so we'll keep moving forward. Papichito 408. Alright, bruh, what do you have to say? What inspired you to start doing your channel? Exactly this. Like I said, watching people like that dude in blue, B is for build, I watched a lot of Roadkill. If you guys know Roadkill is, Roadkill fans, Mighty Car Mods, just pretty much everybody, TJ Hunt, Danny Courtney, all these guys that, you know, I get to hang out with now are super cool, but they were big inspirations for me to start my channel. What made you so interested in YouTube? Because for me, what I saw YouTube is the opportunity to do something that you love every single day and, you know, make a living. It's not about making the money, but it's about doing what you love every single day, and having the opportunities that you get from YouTube is like none other. So that's what made me so interested in YouTube. Trillist Villain. Bro, I know I met you a couple times. You've come down to the shows. But he says, was your first video like one take, or how many retakes did you have to do to get your first video right? That is a good question. How many times did it take me to do my first video? Probably 20 takes just to film the first sentence. I am not even joking you, I didn't know what to say. It's really awkward when you get on camera your first time, and awkward to film yourself. And then when people pass by you or around you, it's kind of awkward because you're like filming yourself. You don't want people to think you're conceited. So it takes a lot, especially because when you first start filming with a camera, you like to slur your words. I still slur my words, or you skip sentences, you forget what you were saying, all that stuff. So yeah, took me like basically the entire day just to film that one video, and like 30,000 retakes. Carlos, bro, I'm pretty sure I know who you are. Pretty sure I follow you as well. Pretty sure you work for Smurf and WRX. Mr. Mike Nguyen. But he said, what's inspired you to start your own channel? I pretty much answered this one already, but like I said, watching other people being in like a down place, wanting to love my life and wanting to love what I do, and this gave me the opportunity to do so. Will Villa, were you camera shy at first? Like, did you feel embarrassed at times bringing the camera along anywhere? Yes, I still do to this date. I'm not so much camera shy. I can get in camera and say anything, do anything, but I don't really feel embarrassed. I don't ever really feel embarrassed about stuff, but bringing the camera around when you do it in public makes you kind of self-conscious that people are judging you. Not so much that I feel embarrassed, but I kind of feel awkward about it. Anthony Medina, I came and visited you, bro. I didn't even open up his Snapchat. And literally says, shout me out on YouTube. Do you remember when you visited me at school? Yes, Anthony, I remember. But I hope you're doing good, bro. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this one helped you out. I hope this video has inspired you to do whatever it is that you love and wanna I hope that it inspires you to be a better version of yourself. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all the support. The car should be back soon. We out.